Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox on Tap.
Tony, my first reaction is just fuck yes, let's go.
Sox versus Richmond. That's where it all starts. It all starts taking care of business in-house in the Central Division.
That's right, I'm a meatball.
You got to bring that top button swag, baby.
It is always great to beat the Cubs.
And I'm a homer, so I always say they're gonna. Dallas Keuchel Lansing got some beards that you should be afraid of.
What everybody said when he gets out there, it's me versus the other guy, and I'm going to beat him. So I just love that mentality. It's cool and fucking tough.
Steve, would you say that Tony is mad online?
I would definitely say that.
The White Sox winner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sox on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Tony, aka Tony on Tap, and we're here to recap a 5-1 Chicago White Sox loss to the Los Angeles Angels. Before we do that, be sure to go on TapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox on Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Tony at Tony on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review. You already know why, because that's cool and tough. Also, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, if you get the opportunity, please go over to the YouTube. Type in On Tap Sportsnet in the YouTube search bar. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell every time we go live, every time we post something. You guys will see it if you do those things. And then you can hop in the chat and talk with us. You can share in our depression. You can share in our happiness. Anything you really want to do, you could do that on the YouTube. So head on over there and subscribe. Also, Tony got you a gift. If you go to betrivers.com, use promo code ONTAP. They will match up to $250 of your first deposit. So they'll give you $250 on top of your $250. That equals $500. That's cool and tough. So go to betrivers.com, use promo code ONTAP. They will match up to $250 of your first deposit. Tony, can we have fun again?
I don't know, man. You know, you just read this nice little promo for Bet Rivers. I wouldn't be laying any money on the White Sox anytime soon. I'm going to have to start proving a track record there. But Buzz, you're back, man. You're back. It's Friday night. You're back. We're going to crack them.
Absolutely. Full force. So I didn't grab a beer because I'm sad. So I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth.
Crack open some candy.
I'm eating Twizzlers. I'm eating my feelings away right now.
Well, if you need to step away and go grab a beer at some point, I'll try and carry the show. But
I don't, because I'm sad.
You're sad.
I'm just eating candy right now.
Misery beers are a thing for some people. They are. Me. It's Friday night. You gotta just crack them and let loose every now and then. I know you probably had your fair share of Miller Lights before this.
I did.
Glad you're well hydrated. I've got Budweiser right here. And I'm just gonna sip on these. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 beers. We'll see how many of these I make it through during the course of this show. We'll talk about a White Sox 5-1 loss. Our guy Johnny was out there at the ballpark today.
Yeah.
We had the NFL draft tonight. Maybe the Bears did something for all you folks out there looking forward to football season. Hope you guys are going over there checking out the Bears on tap. We've got a couple people in the chat right here. Nathan Hubbard, nice to see you in here, Nate. Dude, Buzz, I'm lost for words right now on how bad this White Sox team is playing. You're coming off of a very, very deflating Bulls postseason.
Yeah.
Chicago sports in general are just really down right now. The Blackhawks lost in overtime tonight to finish up their campaign. And then you've got, I don't know what the Cubs are really doing right now. I don't want to know.
We don't care, really.
We've got to play them next week.
That's true, yeah.
It's just a weird time right now, man. I'm gonna need all of these Budweisers tonight.
Yeah, so it's just getting harder and harder to talk about, to be honest with you, Tone. I mean, let's just sit here and call a spade a spade. The Sox are playing like shit, and it's hard to watch. And as much as we love this team, that's how, we've gushed over it a million times. I'll gush over it again. I haven't been on the mic with you in a minute. This is how we met. We met because of the White Sox, and we thought we were going somewhere. I mean, for God's sakes, I got my fucking American League Central champion shirt on right now. I'm trying to bring some goddamn
banner for that.
I know. I'm trying to bring some good luck to this damn team, Tone, and it's just not happening. I mean, they can't hit. They muster up 3 hits. Was that all it was? It was 3 hits today. That's all they muster up, and Tim Anderson had 2 of them.
This is one of the first shows all year I didn't pull up the box score for.
Oh, there's really no reason.
I don't even want to.
There's really no reason to.
I don't want to.
It's pathetic. What we're seeing right now is absolutely pathetic from top to bottom. The Tony La Russa haters, like, don't get me wrong. Always know I hate to call myself a fence sitter, but I never leaned one way or the other when it came to Tony La Russa. But right now, I want everybody gone. I want Rick Hahn gone. I want everybody fucking gone. Because if this is the way we're going to perform, miss me with the injury bullshit, miss me with everybody else. These guys from top to bottom aren't performing outside of Andrew Vaughn and fucking Tim Anderson right now, and I'm tired of it.
I like that we're talking with our hands here today.
I'm pissed.
I liked the, drop the hammer stuff. I love it. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. This is probably the best thing to say right here. Beer Garden Jim. It's bad. Okay.
It's bad.
I've been watching a lot of South Park lately, so I can appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, Jim. Buzz, I don't understand what's going on right now. You see this team, they had like 4 or 5 hits today that were over 100 miles an hour in exit velocity. That's probably the first time you've heard me say the words exit velocity on Sox on Tap. That's because I don't really get into the advanced stats. That's a little bit ridiculous. The warning track power is like this team is 100% warning track power. I've got a thought here, Buzz. This is how we fix it. Next time the White Sox go away, Roger Bossard and the crew here need to move the fences in about 10 feet for this White Sox team. Because if we're going to play with these new fashioned baseballs that die 2 or 3 feet, more than the other balls, like we got to do something. We got to make some sort of adjustment. At this point in time, I've seen enough balls make it to the warning track and not go out. You saw some today. Luis Robert had a fucking missile.
Abreu had one. Luis Robert had one. I mean, it happened a couple times.
We got to do something. We got to adjust. We have to adjust. And this is the time where we throw out ridiculous theories on how to fix this offense. Move the fences in. At this point in time, move the fences in because I'm just done watching this.
I wish we could provide a little bit more insight like we usually do. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I know I'm getting back into the swing of things after coming off of the Bulls and, covering that all year long. But, Tone, how do you really break this down here? No one's been hitting the ball. The offense has been absolutely trash. And when you have a start like Lucas Giolito had tonight, he got, he let up a leadoff home run on the third pitch of the game, Ward hits a ball out of the park.
And then Shohei Ohtani follows that.
And then Shohei Ohtani followed it up. Yeah, he came up fourth and he hit a home run. They took a quick 2-0 lead on the Sox here. And I know that we like to joke about this a lot and stuff like that, but this is the honest to God truth where it comes up right now. Tone, like Los Angeles came out and set the tone tonight against the Sox right away.
They absolutely
did. Backed them into a corner, Tony, and they challenged them like, okay, we're going to put a couple runs on the board. Their 2 runs in the first inning, the top of the first that they had, the Sox never caught them because they only scored 1 run, and it came off of an error.
Yeah, and that was in the first inning. The Sox themselves there, Buzz. The offense just looks broken right now. Don't know how to say it. I mean, you've got extreme bad luck coupled with some injuries, coupled with a pitching staff that right now even your top guys are going out and giving up runs. Lucas Giolito, 2 home runs in the first inning, gave up a double as well. I know he got out of some of that, but it stinks, man. It stinks from the head. And when I say the head, I'm gonna go after somebody who I hate going after, and that's Jose Abreu right now. Like, just hasn't gotten the job done. MVP shit is like the MVP shit season is over right now with Jose Abreu. He looks like he's going through some motions. I know he's frustrated. I know he's just, trying to make some things happen. And it feels like the team, Tony La Russa talked about it the other day, the team's pressing. I know you said that you just want everybody gone at this point in time. I don't know if that's the answer.
That's probably an overreaction, but this goes back to what we talked about in your garage on Saturday. Like you just said it again, like you're like the MVP shit's over. You got to fucking refocus and get back into the swing of things. When you said that, it really made a lot of sense to me. I don't think Jose Abreu is a guy who rides a high where he's just like, oh, this is what I did and this is what I've done. You know what I'm saying? But like maybe a step back for a moment, and he might need to be the person that like brings that energy and that collectiveness into the clubhouse and helps everybody else break out of these funks, because I love to just, like, I've seen a lot of people on Sox Twitter, which shocking, attacking somebody, but it's been Abreu a lot. And I'm like, hold up. Like, I'm not sitting here fucking carrying a flag for him by any means necessary. They're all playing bad, but that's what you need to remember here. They're all playing bad. I mean, even though Tim Anderson's getting on base and doing his thing, he's been horrible in the field. Horrible in the field.
He dropped another one today.
Another one tonight.
I don't know what the answer is here. I mean, a lot of people are. I'm even mad at Gavin Sheets right now. I'm even mad at Gavin Sheets.
You got to be mad at everybody.
You have to.
It's so hard to break this down.
It sticks from the head
because they're all
from the head. It's
right.
top down right now. And you know what? You can say all you want to about the coaching staff, about Rick Hahn, about everybody else. These are not bad baseball players. I was talking with Nick Burkowski from Locked On Sox.
Yeah, good dude. I like that dude.
Good guys talk back tonight. And it's like, we get on this show and, he does the same thing over there. Go check those guys out. He does a good job as well. But if you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in. Some of our guys have been over there. Johnny's done some podcasts with Nick, and so is our guy NWI Steve. I'm not sure.
Nick is just a great stat mind who's like really awesome.
Really good.
He's very informative when you listen to him. You're able to actually comprehend what he's saying and take it in a way where you don't feel like a moron.
Yeah, he does a really good job over there. We're talking to him tonight, and I'm like, man, I don't know how you're holding up talking about this team every day.
It's hard
because I know I'm going through some shit here right now because you could sit there every single day we get on here and say, this team is too good to be playing this way. Yeah. And you could say that over and over again. And there's only so many ways you can spell it. When does this stop? When can we start having fun again? Holy shit. And I think that like you just go out there in the White Sox fandom right now, even not sitting here on this show, people who are in the comments right now, I appreciate you guys being here. I see some of the comments coming in. This is horrible. This is horseshit. You go on Twitter right now. You go on White Sox Facebook. You go on White Sox right wherever you're consuming your White Sox stuff. Everything's negative. I want to get some of the negative out tonight, and I want to turn around tomorrow, and I want to talk about with you some of the superstitions. What are we going to do to change this?
Well, I'm hoping
it's going to take a collective effort. It's going to take everybody right here. We got to get you. You're a big juju guy.
I am.
And I want to like release the demons tonight. You get mad online. You got to sometimes you got to just release those demons, Buzz. When you're feeling pent up, you got to just release those demons. I want to release the demons. Then I want to just fucking change the juju, because sometimes that's what you have to do to set the fucking tone. So let's go.
Yeah, I feel like the juju comes down to mindset here a little bit. You said pressing. Tony La Russa said pressing. That's what he feels like they're doing. Tomorrow, I doubt a game gets in. It's supposed to rain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rain dance tomorrow. For sure, I might do a little bit one right now, do a little rain dance here, because I think they just need a day again to like literally unwind and be like, dude, we are better than this. I don't care that Eloy's not here. We haven't had him in 2 years anyway. Like outside of short spurts because he's been hurt. Moncada, he's out right now. He's in his rehab assignment in Charlotte. This is who we have here. This is what we need to do. Yasmani Grandal, Jose Abreu, Luis Robert, those guys need to be like, okay, we are above average, good fucking players. And we know we are. It's time to show it again, because the lack of, I don't want to say effort. I don't want to say they're not trying, because it sounds ignorant, right? So like they're trying. They're trying.
I will sit there. You are 100% correct. Yeah. If you sit there and say this team isn't trying right now, that does sound ignorant. They are trying. They're trying. It's not happening.
I just don't.
And that's where we got to change something.
I don't know what the right answer is. And for the people screaming for another manager, like just miss me with that. They're playing really bad. And again, I want to preface that with, I don't care if tomorrow, and I know you don't either, if La Russa got the fucking axe and we started winning. No, we don't care. I just want to win. I just want to win. So whatever they need to do to get their shit together, do it, because the talent that we've been waiting for since this rebuild was conceived is here. And we've seen flashes of it. But let's open the window here and take a fresh look.
Can I bring some fire, Buzz?
Absolutely.
You're not even going to expect this one. I'm going to come out and I'm going to say it. It took 5 years to build a house. I got into the house and it fucking reeks of mold. It sucks.
The mold smells like
the
shit.
mold smells like shit. And this is, I'm in a moldy house right now. And now I've got to listen to a broadcast where Steve Stone and Jason Benetti sit there and talk about great catches made by Mike Trout on unnecessary jumps in the outfield on the Jose Abreu call. I have to listen to a broadcast where we're clamoring for, the Los Angeles Angels bullpen and how great they've been and how good this. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it, especially when this team is down. Tonight, I missed Hawk Harrelson's angst and madness and the feeling of, being a White Sox fan while I watch this shit show. I want to feel like this is a shit show. And I tuned into the broadcast tonight and I heard way more positivity about the Angels.
I'll be
than I
careful.
did about this White Sox
Steve Stone, you're going to get blocked.
And frustration. I'm not talking smack about Steve Stone. I'm talking
I
smack
will.
about the broadcast as a whole. This has not. This starts with Jason. It continues with Stone. It continues with the entire thing.
Oh no,
including
I know.
the play on the field.
Yeah, I love
am
the joke.
sick of it.
Yeah,
I know you love the joke. I'm sick of this shit. I'm frustrated. I
I-
don't want to hear how great Shohei Ohtani is.
Right, I get it.
The rest of the weekend.
I mean,
I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear how great Shohei Ohtani is. I want to focus on this White Sox ball club, what they can do to improve, how they can get out of this slump. And you know what? The energy, you're a big fan of Juju. The energy right now, wherever you go with the White Sox, is negative. 100% negative, including myself. And you know why? That's because we're surrounded by it. And it's not helping anybody. It's literally not helping anybody. It's the most counterproductive thing. That's why I said, release the demons, get them the fuck out, come back tomorrow. If it's a rain out, it's a rain out. If you show up on Sunday, something has to change. Something has to change in order for this to be put behind us. You get into a situation like the ninth inning tonight, Buzz. You load the bases. Luis Robert hits a lazy
you're arguably
fly
your best
ball.
players up to bat.
Yeah, your best play. Good teams will find ways to win ball games.
Yeah, that what was that, the third pitch or was it the second? No, it was the second pitch of that sequence where he hit it, but it went foul. You know what I'm saying? Down third base. I thought for a minute when it came off the bat, it might. I mean, it was like 4 foot foul, but I thought for a minute he made something happen. And I was thinking in my head as he hit the ball, I'm like, oh my God, this is obviously great because they're going to score some runs here. But also it's like, oh my God, this could be a completely setting the tone type deal here, changing the badness that has surrounded us and giving us some hope and some light. And then it went foul. And then he fouled out afterwards. And it was just fucking brutal, dude. I wish on my I know I've done one with you. I've only done one Sox on Tap this year because I just came off that Bulls playoff stuff. Walking into this and them performing so badly has been definitely hard to watch, no doubt about it. But again, I don't know what they need to do to improve. That's a reason why you and I don't work in the MLB. We love to watch
I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed.
They got to figure it out, man.
Loosen up.
Yeah.
Loosen up, have some fun. I've talked about this with Sean Roberts, who's, one of our co-hosts on here. You need to loosen up and have some fun. One thing that I think is absolutely missing from this dugout right now is just the fun aspect that this team had last year. I don't know if it's missing guys like Billy Hamilton, Garrett Crochet's SpongeBob backpack. I joke around with this, but for real, you have to have some fucking fun out there. Play loose. I think, really, honestly, if I'm going to take a step back and evaluate, they set the expectations for themselves so high. You go back and you look at the tweets from NBC Sports, Chicago White Sox, us looking, to see if the rest of the division is going to show up this year. I think they got a little cocky. I really honestly think they got a little bit.
I mean, do you think that the overconfidence is what hurt them, Tone?
I do. I do think that the overconfidence and the expectations.
Now, do you mean that in like a karma kind of way, or in a like a performance like they didn't need to try hard kind of way?
Both. I think that they came into this year thinking that they were going to have a cakewalk through this entire division. I honestly think that they thought that they were just going to be able to railroad through this division. It wasn't going to be that bad. It was going to be easy for them. You watch the rest of the division improve. You got Carlos Correa out in Minnesota. Javier Baez comes into Detroit. Those are just 2 acquisitions made by division rival teams. Bobby Witt Jr.'s up in Kansas City right now. They've got guys like Benintendi, Santana, Perez is no slouch back there. The rest of the division, for as much as a joke as a lot of people want to make the AL Central, there's some really good players. There's some really good ball players in here. And the White Sox have had over the last 2 weeks, and not even just talking about this Angels game today, but I think that this potentially could be good for them to set the mind straight later on down the road, because there's gonna be some angst about these ball games. What I want to see this team do is get fired up, man. I want to see them get fired up and get pissed off, but I also want to see them play a little loose, have some fun. There's no fun right now. Losing isn't fun.
Yeah,
Losing
you're right.
There's
there's no laughing in the dugouts. There's no messing around with each other. Like, it's coming out there trying to get some business done. But that goes all back to TLR's comments about pressing, right? I mean, they're just not playing the way that you want them. Personally, you, Tony, want them to play as loose, but with a little bit of fire there, to start turning some things around. And
so again, I want to bring up this comment. This goes back to leadership. TLR should have them ready to play. I agree with you, Jim. But you know what? If you're going to point the finger at TLR, you should be pointing it at Jose Abreu. You should also be pointing it at Tim Anderson. You should be pointing it at Lucas Giolito. You should be pointing it at the guys that TLR has even come out and said, I let these guys lead the clubhouse.
Yeah, I'd like to respond to this too. As far as having TLR, having them ready to play, I do believe that, a manager sometimes should be somewhat of a hype man. But at the same time, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars to fucking play a baseball game that they love. You need to be hyped yourself to do something, that you love to do. Because there's a lot of people in this world. And I'm going to throw that out there. I don't care if people get mad about it. I'm not relating my everyday job to baseball players. I'm just saying I don't want to fucking go to work ever. If I could sit here and talk about sports all day and type about sports all day, that's what I would love to do. And I know no one would need to get me up for that. I'd get up by myself. That's what she said, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it. Figure your shit out.
Scott thing for
right. You're
bring it up on the camera here.
You're grown men at the end of the day, dude. Figure the shit out, because what we've seen has been pretty fucking pathetic.
Hey, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, Buzz. I heard that in a song somewhere. This was brought up on a post-game show the other day. I think it was Connor McKnight or Chuck Garfien, one of the two, who said, this team is going to need a moment. You're going to need something that's going to unify and just bring this all together. And it's how you respond to the losing streak. And that was about 6 or 7 games in. Heard it last week. And I agree to that. With that statement, that premise, everything about it. Tonight would have been a great time for you to hit a grand slam, Luis Robert, because Buzz would be here rolling the R. We'd be laughing and joking about this. We'd be having a good time. There's opportunities for this team to win ball games.
What about motivation, though, Tony, of taking a team out on a 5-game, now a 6-game winning streak?
I mean, if you go back and you win the next 2 balls,
doesn't that motivate you?
That would be motivating. That would be motivating.
Well, doesn't it motivate you to break somebody's win streak in your league, in the American League? I think it does for me.
I think it does. And I think to an extent, I messaged a couple of people about this. I'm not ready to play the Cubs right now. However, at the same time, next week when we're playing the Cubs, you beat them in both of their ball games. Maybe you start to get the fan base turned around a little bit. Maybe you start to roll some positivity out of it. I don't want to make this all about the Sox-Cubs rivalry, but could you imagine what this place, what White Sox Twitter, what Sox on Tap post games are going to be like if you go in and you're still sitting here and you get swept by the Cubs next week? We're going to be at the darkest time.
It's going to be brutal. Yeah, we got a 2-game set against them at Wrigley.
I'm sorry.
You know what really sucks about that though? There's no rest days in between for the Sox.
No.
They're literally coming off of what is this? This is a 4-game.
You're on a condensed schedule because the MLB decided to play hardball and back and forth with the Players Association.
They're on a 4-game series with Angels and then right into the Cubs.
But you got to realize everybody else is dealing with the same circumstances.
Yeah, but I don't care.
I don't care. Let's make excuses for our guy. You heard the intro.
I'm a homer.
Yeah.
I got to keep up the shtick, dude. I'm not going to change it now. I'm back. I'm fucking back. So I can't do that. I got to be me. But I hate to sound so negative when people come and join us for these, but because we're not like that, especially when you and I are on the mic together. If they lose, we like to joke around and stuff like that and have fun with it and, try to talk about bullet points on how to get better. But at this point, I'm telling you now, I don't know. Other than what we said, taking it seriously, trying to have fun, getting a little bit of fire. That's all you're going to be able to do because no one's really performing. And no one's performing in full aspects of the game itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope Andrew Vaughn's okay. He got pegged in the fucking hand, and he's
Has there been anything?
I just wrote
haven't looked at Twitter.
I just wrote his name in on Twitter. I will refresh it and do it again, but I did not see anything when I did that.
Just hoping there's some post game comments that were made.
That was gnarly.
He's
He
okay.
got hit,
He got right in the wrist.
Yeah. So
Buzz is giving me the visual.
Tony La Russa said Andrew Vaughn's right hand will get X-rayed. That was 39 minutes ago from James Fegan. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything of note here. Just that he's getting X-rays on his hand in this point. So this is fucking not ideal at all. It probably means that we'll not see Andrew Vaughn tomorrow.
Let's hope for no Rick Hahn press conferences tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, like I said, the injuries and all the bad luck that has just surrounded the White Sox after they started the season off, 6-3, has just been absolutely terrible. And now they fall to 7-12 after starting 6-3. This has been a horrible 2-week stretch of White Sox baseball.
This is the first time the Sox will have a losing month since September of 2019. Buzz.
Yeah, it's wild, you know. And we did all those games here at Sox on Tap.
We did.
You know, I didn't.
Chicago's original White Sox post-game podcast.
That's very fucking true. That's very true. I challenge anybody else to tell us different. Anyway, I where I'm at, dude, right now, just figure it out. I'm not going to go on any long spiels on this shit. Just for the love of God, figure it out. If you get the off day tomorrow due to the rain, take advantage of that. Do some healing of the mind and the body a little bit. Try to get yourself in a good fucking spot. You know, I don't know, read some poetry. Look at your horoscope.
I think the team needs a night out.
Or drink yourself into oblivion. And
I think the team needs a bonding night.
So
a bonding night.
That's, like I said, that's where I'm kind of at with it right now, man. I want them to be good, and I know the talent is here. Okay? I really do. I think there's talent here. Even with guys hurt.
Jim's in the comments. I'm not going to bring it up, but he might have the right idea.
Jim is a national treasure. And
Alex Lord, Sox on Tap overall. I appreciate you, Alex, for tuning into the show. Thank you for tuning in, man. We've got a couple of other guys in here as well. I'm happy with the turnout we've had tonight. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us.
Yeah.
Cheers to you guys.
Yeah. Again, I appreciate everybody for coming in here. It's fun to be back. You know, now that I'm going to get back into the swing of things and not having to worry about the Bulls, but it does kind of blow walking into a situation like this. You know, why? It's really my fault at the end of the day that my two favorite teams are Jerry Reinsdorf teams. Like, it's my fault.
What are you going to do?
I don't really know.
What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to eat more Twizzlers and drink a beer. It's probably what I'm going to do.
I appreciate that. Buzz, you know, we've talked enough about what the White Sox are going to do. Normally we're breaking down the game. I want to get to a couple notes. One, Ryan Burr made a reappearance today.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't pretty. I'm just happy to see the guy back. He's got some good stuff. I think he can help the bullpen long term. Two, Luis Roberts back from injury. It's going to take a couple games.
Yeah,
we could be frustrated about what we saw today from Luis Robert, but the guy's a monster. Buzz is going to be rolling ours. Steve's going to be rolling ours. Back on this post-game show real soon. I hope that's the case. Number three, you got to figure out a way to win Dylan Cease and Lucas Giolito starts.
Yeah, no, it's very important. It's very important.
I know that one's more on the negative side, but you have to figure out a way to win these.
He had a hard first inning, but like let's be honest here, he rebounded decently well. I thought, you know, and he only gave up one more run after that. That was in the sixth. I think that Lucas did a pretty good job. All in all, I truly believe that. Again, just kind of a rough start for him. But yeah, you have to find a way to get these guys run support because, I mean, like, you know what's funny when you watch things like that kind of happen sometimes? Remember the Jose Quintana flashbacks you and I used to talk about all the time when he'd just be lights out and no one can get him any run support? That's how I feel a lot. I related a lot to that sometimes. Is like, you know, obviously way different team, but it's a similarity. And it just good teams cannot do that on a consistent basis. And with the White Sox offense and how terrible it's been, Tone, they've been doing it consistently to the guys that have been giving them good outings out there on the mound. And it's very unfair. So again, I have no way to break it down. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know how to break it down, but for the love of God, please figure it out. Please.
Have to. This is a contending team. They don't look like it. They need to be. So you have to figure it out. Buzz, what do we got on tap for tomorrow?
On tap for tomorrow, Tone, is going to be Jose Suarez for the Angels. He's 0-1 with a 5.54 ERA. He's pitched in 13 innings this year. He's let up 11 hits. He struck out 11 as well. He's walked 9, and he's let up 2 home runs, and he's going up against everybody's favorite fill-in starter, Vince Velasquez, who's 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA.
I would rather have Odrisamer Despaigne or Russ Detweiler, but that's just me.
Hey, you could roll the R with Odrisamer too, man.
You can.
When he be fucking around up there, I roll the R real heavy. Velasquez has pitched 12 innings. He's let up 15 hits. He struck out 13. He's walked 7. He's let up 3 long balls. That is the pitching matchup. Tomorrow, the game is going to be on FS1. I believe that'll be AJ Przinsky and Len Casper on the call. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be that's them on the call tomorrow. And that game starts at 3:05 p.m. Central Time. If the game is to happen, they're showing 85% chance of rain right now on my weather app. So I don't know.
Well, if the Sox play, let's hope they win. You got a pick to click?
Yeah, my pick to click today is or for tomorrow, I guess. I'm going to go Burger because I feel like when I picked Burger this year in our group chat, he's done some fun things. So I'm going to pick Burger.
Real good.
Yeah, because I picked Robert tonight and he went 0 for 4. So I'm a little turned off by that, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with Burger tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm so lost with the pick to click
you
thing right
now.
now.
Had the good one in the chat the other day. I picked Jerry Manuel the other day.
Oh, I had the doctors at Rush.
Yeah, you had the doctors at Rush.
Surgery.
There was one where I giggled out loud, and that was it. You had the doctors at Rush as your pick to click. And it's just that's how you know that's 2019 vibes right there.
It is, but
when
you know what? Sometimes
we were doing that shit. Like we were picking the stupidest people for our picks to click.
Yeah, if you've got pick to clicks, drop them in the chat. Alex Lord, right there. Pick to click will be Timmy. I'm about to pull Randy Johnson and start throwing baseballs at birds if we don't win. That's not quite a pick to click, but it's definitely something. Pick to click is the sod father, Jim. If the Sox are going to get a game in, that's not a bad pick there, Jim.
Yeah, Jim's got some good shit tonight.
He does. He's bringing out the heat on Friday night. I hope he's drinking beers and potentially reviewing them at ontapsportsnet.com. Buzz, why don't you tell the folks about ontapsportsnet.com while I think of a pick to click here?
Oh, ontapsportsnet.com is great. You can watch the NFL draft over there live streamed. You get a lot of great content revolving around your Chicago sports. You also get great beer content from Beer Garden Jim. Who would want to miss that? You think you're a pick to click?
Nathan Hubbard's going Danny Mendick. I'm going to go, if we see Lurie Garcia in the lineup tomorrow, I watched him hit a home run yesterday.
He pimped it too.
He did pimp it. I'm going to go Lurie Garcia. Speaking of pimping home runs, did you see the Oscar Colas?
I did.
Home run.
Yeah,
he pimped that thing very well.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to see him make his way up to the big league ball club.
Me too. I might be sooner rather than later. They need a shot of fucking adrenaline.
Shades of 2018, 2019 Sox on Tap here. We're talking about minor league guys on Sox on Tap.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but it sucks though, because we can't I don't want to talk about that. I want the major league team to do real good. But I'm glad we have good players in the minors, but I don't want to have to be like, man, if this guy comes, he can really give you some adrenaline in the arm and fucking, take you off. That's what I'm waiting for here, dude. I don't know. I just hope in September we're not doing Char Nights on Tap or something like that.
My pick to click Lurie Garcia tomorrow. He's going to get the job done.
I hope
Buzz.
So.
I'll turn it over to you here to close this thing down.
Will do.
Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Just gonna drink my beer and let Buzz do his thing.
Everybody be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at SoxOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following me at BuzzOnTap and following Tony at TonyOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. If you get the opportunity and you're on Facebook or Twitter, please go over to YouTube, type in On Tap Sportsnet on the search bar, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell thing, because that gives you notifications when we go live or we post something. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, if you're a betting person, go to betrivers.com, use promo code ONTAP. They will match up to $250 of your first deposit if you do that. That's $500. If you put $250 in, they put $250 in. That equals $500. I'm not a mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So go to betrivers.com, use promo code ONTAP. We might be back tomorrow if the Sox play. I don't know what combination it'll be, if it's me and Tony or me and Johnny or Tony and Johnny. There's the opportunities are really endless here. So just be sure you tune in tomorrow. And as always, White Sox forever.
White Sox forever.